What's going on, YouTube? So right now I'm going to be telling you my thoughts, and this is my review for Sing 2. It's obviously the sequel towards the first animated film called Sing. Back, I think it dropped in 2016, if I remember correctly. And I remember watching that movie in theaters, actually. I just got back from the theater, actually, from watching Sing 2. And I remember watching the first Sing in theaters and thinking, this was a really entertaining movie. Because I'm not a huge fan of, like, when it comes to movies involving singing, if I'm being honest. I watched Encanto this not too long ago. I watched a lot of movies that involve singing. Only reason I truly watch movies is if they're, I guess you could say, kids animated. Because whenever I watch an animated movie or show, it brings back to my the way I was a child and how I would always love watching animated movies or shows or whatever. And if it looks interesting or good, I would always watch it. I mean, very rarely you'll see me go see a live action movie that has singing in it. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw a new movie that involved singing like that. I'm not even gonna try to think. Probably Bohemian Rhapsody, but Queen's my favorite band, so I had a reason to watch. I had a true reason to watch that movie. But I will be talking spoilers for Sing 2. I always like to warn people. But like I said, if you haven't seen the movie and don't want to be spoiled, stop watching. Or if you don't care, or if you've seen it, of course you can keep watching. But it was I remember in the first Sing movie, it had an amazing cast, which who all returned to voice their characters in this movie. The only one that didn't return for Sing 2 is Seth Macfarlane, who voiced the mouse. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name right now. I was like wondering, like, why didn't he return? I haven't really tried to look up why didn't he return. I feel like maybe Seth MacFarlane either had a schedule conflict or he didn't want to. I mean, I doubt it's not because he didn't want to, because he likes doing this kind of stuff. He loves voicing characters in animated projects, and he loves to sing. I remember reading about him. I feel like it's most likely a schedule conflict, because he has a lot of projects in development or in the works right now, whatever, like Family Guy, American Dad, and I think he's working on a TED series. But anyway, about Sing 2, I think it was an enjoyable movie. I think it's just as good as the first one. Maybe the first one's just a little bit better. Like, if I were to give the first Sing an 8.5 out of 10, honestly, I'm going to give you my rating now. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Like, yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, I'd say that. Maybe like go a little bit weirder and say 8.3 out of 10. Anyway, I really like Bono is also one of my favorite singers too, who plays in the band called U2. One of my favorite songs of his is actually, I forgot the exact name, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for, which is played in the movie, of course. And I thought that was a really cool. I really liked the third act when they did the whole whatever it's called, singing and the talent show, all that kind of stuff. And what I was hoping in the movie was the wolf guy, Mr. Crystal, I think is his name. Yeah, I think that's who it is, Mr. Crystal. I was hoping like there was gonna be one part where, since he was a scary guy towards the koala and a bunch of other characters, I was hoping that maybe Clay Calloway would be like the guy that would approach him and scare the hell out of him. But he never. There was not a moment where he got scared the hell out of. There's only one part where like he was being held down. And it was by Johnny's dad, which I thought was funny, and I actually liked that someone finally, I guess you could say, tamed the wolf. And the fact that he actually tried to kill Matthew McConaughey's character Buster Moon, I was like, yo, are you really trying to do that? Like, are you that much of a dick? And like I actually thought he was gonna drop him when I saw when he let go of him over the building. I was like, oh my god. But then when I saw he was hanging on to his arm for dear life, I was like, okay, good. And I actually thought it was cool that the male pig, Gunter, I think is his name, if I'm looking at the cast correctly, he it was cool that he was the one that brought up that show that involved space travel, the war, the battle. And I also found it really satisfying when in the talent show Johnny was able to take down that teacher. Claus, what doesn't matter, like that guy was an asshole. Like, oh my god, like how can you be that much of an asshole? Like the fact that a street performer voiced by Latita Wright. I think that's how you say that correctly. She's a great actress, by the way. I thought she, I thought she did a really good job with that. And I knew once I heard her voice too, I knew right away that was Latita Wright. It's hard to miss her voice. Um, what else did I gonna say? I also thought it was funny when uh, what's her name? What's Mr. Crystal's daughter? I can't. Portia, I think. Yeah, Portia. I thought it was funny when she like overreacted when she thought she was fired. I thought that was pretty funny, and she's got a good voice too. I don't know who Halsey. I don't think I've ever heard of her. I don't recall. I mean, her voice sounded familiar. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to see if I can see what other movies she's in that that I might have seen. I'm looking right now. I'm just doing a quick scan. I don't see anything that I would be familiar with. It doesn't look like it because only one, yeah, Scooby Doo and Guess Who. That's a TV series. I don't think I watched that. So, yeah, I haven't really seen. Her voice sounded familiar. I don't know why. As well as Mr. Crystal's Bobby Cannavale. That's who I think it is. I think he played in Jumanji. Where is? Yeah, there it is. I think he played in Jumanji. I think he also was in both Ant-Man movies. Yeah, there's Jumanji. Yeah, that is him. I thought that was his voice. It's he's. No, maybe not, I didn't think that was his voice, but once I saw the name and the cast and the end of the movie, I was like, I think that's who the guy that was in Jumanji as well as Ant-Man and Ant-Man the Wasp. Yeah, I just saw it. There's Ant-Man. What I was also hoping for in Sing 2 in the final act is that maybe Buster Moon would have a small role to sing, like maybe at one part, but he didn't. It is what it is. He's the director. He's not the singer. He's not the performer. He's the guy that just tells you, like, hey, we do it like this. So that's fine. It is what it is. And Tori Kelly, she's got an amazing voice. And Scarlett Johansson, she's talented as hell with the voice she has. She's so talented, as well as Taron Egerton. What else do I gotta say? And I also thought it was funny, like how his teacher, Johnny's teacher, Klaus, was a monkey. I didn't notice that in the previews that he was a monkey. I didn't know what he was actually, and I didn't even think about like what animal is he, because Johnny's an ape and Klaus was a monkey, and I also thought it was cool that his father was out of prison doing his community service, and that they became the security. Thought that was cool, and I really like the final performance, not final performance, but yeah, the final performance of the show in the movie. That when Clay Caloray and Ash were singing that song, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Like, and it was sad to know that he was his character's wife passed away. Bono, Clay Calloway's character's wife passed away. That was like sad. Like, if like I actually heard someone crying in the movie, I was like, there's your reason to cry. And I also thought it was like, I guess you could say cute that Mina the elephant was like falling for that male elephant. I thought that was like a little cute. But anyways, I think that's all. Oh wait, and then I really liked how she was like the one that pushed Buster Moon in order to go to Retro City and perform in front of Mr. Crystal, and in order to get a role. and what's her name? Miss Crawley. I thought it was so funny when Buster Moon put her in charge, and then she turned into like a full-on drill sergeant. I don't know why, but it reminded me of oh no, I'm drawing a blank of what that movie is. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna try to think about it. It'll just take me too long. I'm not gonna bother looking it up either. And I thought it was funny when she went to go see Clay Calloway, he was like shooting her with his paintball gun. I was like, damn, he does not want to be found or bothered. And I also thought it was cool in the performance with Mina and the other guy when they kind of recreated the iconic scene in Dirty Dancing when I forgot both their characters' name when he lifts her up in the air. I thought that was really cool. But it's a quick moment too. They should have done an up close shot of it to make it look the way they do in the Dirty Dancing movie. But it was quick too, almost like a if you don't look for a second, blink and you'll miss it kind of situation. If you're not paying attention, they did it way too quick in my opinion. They should have done an up close shot, especially with them like moving around. But that's just me. Anyways, yeah, that's all I gotta really say for this movie. like I said, I think the first movie is just a tiny bit better than this one, but I really enjoyed it as really much. Don't know if it'll break my top 10. I don't know when I'll make my top 10 movies. Like I said, I would give this movie like an 8.4 out of 10, really, because like I said, if I were to give the first one an 8.5 out of 10, I would give the second one like an 8.3, 8.4 out of 10. But anyways, that's all I gotta say for Sing 2. If y'all could do me a favor, please give this video a like and or subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.